Okay.
Hi, guys.
Third time's the charm.
Right. All right.
Cheers.
Cheers. We are tipsy lesbians. Right. Lesbians. Not bi.
Not bad.
We ain't poly. We gold star, bitch. This is
Morgan.
Toniann. Tipsy lesbians.
Tispy.
Today's topic is going to be about why we like older women, why we desire older women, and what made us fall for older women. Yes.
Yes.
All right.
Cheers to older
Cheers to older women.
Cheers to
Cougars
you guys.
and MILFs.
Cougars and
Girl,
MILFs.
you got people who like you. Hey.
You gotta say what you gotta say.
You gotta say it. Alright, so we're gonna start off by saying our age. So this way you guys are aware that we're not just close to you guys' age. I'm 23.
I'm 24.
And we like people, I prefer people probably typically 35 up to possibly 55.
I do not go that seasons. I go from the youngest to 30 to the oldest will probably be close to 40. But I do have a girlfriend and she is 35, so exactly 11 years older than me.
And I am seeing somebody who is 39, so how many years is that?
Well, Tiffany's 11 years older than me, she's 39, so
Okay.
35 to get to 9.
12, 13. 15 years older than me. Wow. I think. Yeah, 15. Alright, anyways.
Seasoned.
Like chicken. Rotisserie fucking chicken.
Before we get into why we prefer older women, I think we should give them a little bit background of who we are.
I agree. Alright, Morgan, you start off first, my friend.
So, once upon a time, there was a little chicklet.
A little gorilla.
A little young chicklet. That was me. And I was questioning my sexuality. And, you know, like 90% of lesbians, us lesbians give bisexuals, I feel like, a bad name because you're always too scared to come out as fully lesbian. So I came out as bisexual, but that was only because, like, I don't want to be like, oh my god, I'm fully lesbian and be, like, looked at as, like, weird or a freak or how do you know, because I wanted to say that I tried. So then nobody can try to persuade me.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
So you can kind of just at least
Yeah.
say that you tested the
That I
waters.
did,
Right.
yeah. So I came out as lesbian. I came out as bisexual. I'm sorry, bisexuals, because I feel like a lot of bisexuals get a bad name.
Representation,
Like,
yeah.
like, oh, they're just trying it out, or oh, like, this is just a season, or oh, this is just temporary.
Right,
Like,
I agree.
and it's mostly, I feel like, because of a lot of lesbians, like, they come out as bisexual first.
Yes.
So I came out as bisexual. And later on down the road, I was like, I'm definitely not like guys at all. And I knew I fully liked women like since middle school, but I just never could come out and say it until recently, actually. About a year and a half ago is when I fully came out. Yeah, all my friends knew, but none of like my family members knew. So I was out since middle school to my friends, but just recently came out to all my family members literally a year and a half ago, and that's because I joined a dating website and met somebody and had no option but to tell them. And now here I am a year and a half later with my girlfriend that I've been with for a year now. And that's just a little bit about me. So I have tried dating guys, so don't tell me that it's a phase.
Right. Awesome. And just to make it clear, we are not girlfriend.
No.
Nope.
Besties.
We are besties. Just want to make that clear because there's going to be some of you saying, oh, we met off, I don't know, GorillaChipsMeat.com. Yeah, no. They met off the National Geographic one.
She calls herself a chick. She calls herself a gorilla.
A gorilla.
What is going on?
Come on now. Alright, well, that's interesting. Mine is entirely opposite. I have been a little lesbian since I was a small child. I remember when I was 8 years old, I had huge crushes on teachers, like first grade teachers, kindergarten teachers. And I remember, like, my mom was super supportive of it. It was just me and my mom growing up. And she would, like, take photos of, like, meet with the teachers, like, after school and stuff like that, and she knew, and it's like, it was obvious in my face with the teachers, but when I was growing up, I asked my mom, I was like, Mom, like, I have a crush on Mrs. So-and-so, and she would just tell me, oh, it's a little puppy dog crush, and it's normal, and so, for me, I thought that's genuinely what it was. I thought everybody liked girls, to be honest, like, I didn't think, anybody liked guys. I thought you'd get pregnant just by kissing a guy, so I was like, okay, I'm just gonna go with girls. And I think that's where the older woman thing happened for me. It was just, I think it was that sense of security and safety and just the maturity level of it all was a really big factor for me. And then I got older, I did like a few guys in middle school. Those would be nameless because, we went to the same middle school. But I did have a few crushes on guys. I had asked them out, they turned me down. So I've never had a boyfriend. I've tried, and I just think it was more like an admiration for guys, and like just kind of like their little suaveness of everything. Suave. And just kind of like admiration, because I knew that if I was a guy, it would have been easier, but I just genuinely, when it came down to it, like sexual, I genuinely had no desire. I don't need to try it to know that I have no desire.
Yeah.
Like, we haven't, I think it's,
Gold
you
star.
just know. Gold star. I think you just know. And I had my first encounter with an older woman when I was 18 years old. I thought I was like free. I was like, I turned 18, I can get with my cougars now. And I loved it. And I have dated people my age. I have. And not that there's anything wrong with them, it's just, it never felt right to me. It just didn't make me feel at home. It didn't make me feel like that was something I needed, because I think Morgan and I are very old soul-like. We tend to think beyond our years, and I think that's kind of where that gravitation came as far as wanting to be with older women.
Yeah.
So that was my background story, and I have had one full entire relationship with a woman of almost 2 years, and now I'm with somebody else who I really care about. So yeah, I mean, I wouldn't change it for the world. I love what I love, so yeah.
I feel like too, I mean, looking back at it, in your story you said how you asked the guys out. So looking back at it, I think that confirms that you're lesbian, because how many girls do you know ask guys out?
That is true. That's a very true
Toniann was already dominant.
I was always dominant.
She's like, yes. I'll ask you, I ain't scared.
That is true. We are very feminine lesbians, as you can tell. I'm
lipstick lesbians.
Lipstick lesbians. I'm very submissive when it comes to older women, but when it comes to younger women, younger women, I'm still continuing this, girl. I'm very dominant. See, pussies like to get in our way like every day.
Wait.
It's unreal. Like, there's pussy around us.
Oh god.
Anyways.
Back to what we were talking about.
I have a very dominant, like, tomboyish personality, but when it comes to, like, how I dress or how I act, it's me, I guess. But I do classify as lipstick lesbian, I guess. Like my glitter and shit. But, yes. So, that was hilarious. Yeah. Where were we?
Talk about our lipstick lesbian.
Yes.
Yeah, so I consider myself, I really hate labeling. I don't want to say I'm feminine, because I definitely have my moments where I dress like basic and casual. Yeah. Like
casual.
tomboy stages.
Yes, yeah,
but
that's true.
not like butch. Not that there's anything against.
Right, we're just not androgynous type lesbians. Yeah.
I would say that I am feminine woman that also seeks
very feminine
women.
Same.
But not feminine as in like they need to wear dresses all the time, because my girlfriend doesn't dress like super like girly as much as I do, but she's still not like
very masculine.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, and that's just our type, and I think it is very hard to find a feminine lesbian that is into another feminine lesbian, because typically they say opposites attract, which is cool, you like what you like, but it is really a hard search for us, especially younger feminine lesbians who are interested in an older feminine lesbian. But, I mean, the person I'm seeing is very feminine, wears dresses, and very, very girly, and enough for now. Take it away, Morgan.
Take it away now.
Yeah. So.
Yeah. Anyways, at the end of the day, it just comes to what your type is and what you like, and we both pretty much been in. It's weird. We have like the same taste in women,
Yes.
but not the same kind of women.
That's very true. Let's
Like,
think about that, shall
Yeah,
we?
because all the women that we have both been with, they've both been older and they've both been like feminine, but not like they don't resemble each other.
Right, that's true.
Like their looks are very different.
Yes, I think the type you usually go for is like more like the Taylor Swift type. I always
Blonde
call it
hair,
Taylor Swift, which I like.
nice,
Like
yeah.
you know, they're very flowy and very like
Very like settled, like
yeah,
soft.
looking. I like
Yeah.
that, which is cool. And then me, like I used to really typically go for more harder looking women. I guess if I were to like compare to a celebrity, I would say like Fergie's type look or like a Gwen Stefani type of look or like a Katy Perry, like more of like that. I like when a woman does look older than she is, which is odd. I know a lot of women don't like to look older than they are, but and I mean, and then with the person I'm seeing now, like she looks very young, so it just really depends. I mean, for me, but yeah, we do have different tastes.
Yeah.
That's very true. That's interesting, but it's still the same, older women. So yeah, I agree with that. But yeah, so I think another thing we should talk about is older women and why, because I know a lot of older women out there are probably like, okay, but like why
do you like us?
Why?
Why
Exactly.
do you
Like,
like
want
us?
our
We're
money?
older.
You want our,
You want money?
girl, you want that boob job?
Let me tell you.
Girl, we ain't gold diggers, okay?
I was about to say, if it was for the money, I would not be going. No.
No.
Like I'd be going on that little Sugar Babies website.
Sugar baby,
Look at Sugar Babies.
Sugar babies.
No, it's never been ever been for the money. Like most of the people I date, I'm not saying like freaking yeah,
We have a really like
feisty.
feisty pussy. Oh, not our pussies, but like actual cat pussy. Anyway,
Actual
well,
cat
that just
pussy.
sounds really disgusting. I'm gonna shut up.
You're being so bad right now. Oh my god.
That's what she said. Anyways, so
Naughty. Anyways, so what were we saying? Why we like older women?
yes, because like older
Because it's
women-
not for the money, and people. Okay, so first of all, two things I've noticed: when you tell somebody that you like older women, and they see how young you are, they automatically think you have mommy issues. How many times
Yes.
have you gotten
Oh my
that?
god, that is so true.
Not by the people that I'm talking to, but by people that I tell that I'm talking to somebody older.
Yes.
When somebody
yes.
that I'm talking to, they're never like, "Oh, do you have mommy issues?" No, they're like,
Preach.
I'm an older woman, and I like you, and I'm like, yeah, and I'm younger, and I like you. At the end of the day,
Right.
age is age. Obviously, I wouldn't be like, yes, go be a 17-year-old with a 30-year-old. I wouldn't say that.
No, we're condoning adults with adults.
Yeah.
We just have our preferences as far as mentality goes,
Yeah.
typically.
And honestly, not stereotyping or anything, because we're obviously 23, 24, but most people our age in the lesbian world aren't mature to like wanting to have a real serious relationship. They want to
Or know what they want.
Yeah.
Right, they don't know what they want,
Yeah.
typically. Right.
It's not typical that you meet a 23, 24-year-old lesbian that's like, yeah, I'm for sure lesbian, I for sure want to be with you for the rest of my life. You know what I mean?
I
Like,
agree.
a lot of them are flip-floppy, which gives younger people a bad name. So therefore, we have, one, we're younger, trying to be with older women, and now we get a bad name because a lot of younger lesbians don't know what they want.
Yes.
So we're like double-edged sword right there.
Correct. I agree with that.
And
yeah.
it's hard. It's hard.
I think it is, and
You have to prove yourself 10 times more.
it is, and I think that's, the thing with me liking older women, I have always been a big person into, like, communication and knowing what you want, and now I've gotten into education, and I'm not saying people our age are uneducated or unsophisticated or they don't know what they want, but
yeah.
I feel better knowing that, okay, my partner has a secure job, they've already went through what they went through, they know what they want, to me, that's my dominant partner, I don't go for a masculine woman, but I prefer an older woman to, in a way, be my dominant partner, regardless of how feminine they are, like, that to me gets me happy and, is what I enjoy, and it is hard to convince someone who is 15, 20, even 11 years older than you
Yeah.
to believe that you're not a child, because we still like to have fun. We still like to go out
Yeah.
to clubs.
You're still
I
23,
love
24 at the
rap
end of the
music.
day.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like we have our age. Our age shows in a lot of ways. But we are very good at communicating, we are very good at being honest, we are very good at knowing what we want, and that's what we hope to find in our older partner, is that they are on that same level as, okay, I'm 40 years old, I've already went through this, I know what I want, I know what career I want, and it's just kind of like, it just feels good to just kind of be like two women supporting other women and motivating each other and not kind of like dragging behind or being lazy or just smoking weed all day. Like, it's kind of, it really is. It's kind of nice to have that priority in working and everything, because we are full-time working women, and so I agree with that. I think that's a huge thing. One thing I must admit that I want to address too is I get like a lot of, older women that come to me and they'll be like, oh, well, like, you're a kid, like, you don't know what you want. And it's like, that's the thing though, like, when you get with a younger woman, same with us getting with older women, like, you have to accept that. You have to accept that you're with somebody who is, yes, younger than you, so there are going to be things that we don't know yet, that you know, right? Yeah. There's going to be things that we have went through.
They've been there before, so they should understand.
So it's kind of like, I don't want to say we look to the older woman for guidance, because that kind of could sound like a mommy issue, which it's not. I just think, though, it's kind of nice in a way, like, I can bring out the youth in a woman who is much older than me.
And they can bring out your mature side.
Exactly.
It's like balance.
It is really, I like that. I really like that. It's like, it's not like I'm with someone who's 23 where it's like, yeah, we're going through the same shit. It's like, no.
Like the same shit, what are you doing? I don't know what I'm doing.
I don't know. No, like,
that's
it's
like
not like a crisis.
for.
Exactly, right. So it's kind of like, it's really nice. And I think, like, they have their own space. They need their space because they're older. And it's like, I like that.
But I feel like, too, not saying like, oh yeah, they give us advice on everyday life because, like, they're older than us and, like, back to the mommy issue thing. I think, honestly, being in with somebody, like, in an age gap relationship, you guys are both able to give each other advice because you came from different, like, grew up differently. Yes. So they can give us advice of things that, like, we haven't lived through yet, but we can give them advice as what's going on right now and, like, how, like, for example, like, lingo these days. I know that's not, it seems like a big thing, but there's lots of times, like, my girlfriend has been like, I don't even know what to say when they say, like, this. And I'm like,
I agree.
Like, how do I take it? Or how, like, what's going on now? Like, things change, and it's not always how it was when they were growing up. Right. So we can give advice just as much as they can give us advice.
Right, I agree. And yeah, I think that's a really good balance to have, and it's also nicer too, like an older woman, depending on how old they are, sometimes they do start to feel their age, or they start to feel older, or they start to feel less unattractive, especially for me, who has typically geared towards like women in their mid-40s and 50s. It is nice to know that someone younger is serious, for one, it's not just a joke to them, and B, that they find them attractive, and it does make them feel better about themselves, and then, like, for me, like, it makes me feel good knowing that an older woman believes in me enough to know that, like, I am mature, I am what I say I am, so it's a really nice balance. I mean, I hate to say it, a lot of older women are like, hey, at least I have a younger partner, they don't have to really worry, and it's just kind of, it's nice. I just think it's a really nice balance, and it's different. It's unique. Let's see if I have a question. Let's see, question time. Okay. What would be the oldest you would go up to? If you had, like,
if I had free range.
If you had free range and you knew, like, there was someone that, like, okay, this person is really cool or whatever, but, like, their age, like, what would be, like, your limit where you'd be like, no? Or would you just let it happen?
At the age that I'm at now, I would not go past 40.
40?
For me. And that's, but I want to clear why. For me, like, I would go older, but for me, whereas different for you, your mom is older.
Right.
My mom is only is in her early 40s.
That's true.
So to date somebody that's literally 40, that would be my mom's age. I wouldn't be able. I know some people can, because there's people out there that do it. But I personally would like my girlfriend to be younger than my mom.
Okay, I like that.
But have my mom be like, like 60. I would probably be able to go up to like 50. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah, my mom's 68 years old, and I've been with my mom my whole life. It's just me and my mother, and I've always had a really good relationship with my mom. It's never been like a mother issue. And when I was younger, when I was 18, 19, I always dated around 31, 32. It just started recently, I'd say about within the past 2 years, that I've really desired women in their 40s, and it could have been because I've gotten older and I've gotten out of a lot of stages in my life. But max 55, but it just depends really. I mean, I've met people who are 68 to say it who are like fire. I mean, just saying, like, it doesn't matter, it's just, yes, age is just a number, but to me it's like that connection and that chemistry that I need, so. Yes. Do you have any questions for me?
I do.
Okay.
When did you realize you liked older women?
I realized I liked older women when I was like 8 years old.
I can't stand the cat.
When I was 8 years old, I realized I like older women when I was 8 years old, and I didn't really officially know for sure that I liked older women until I had turned 18 and I actually got with one. And then I was like, oh, this just feels right. Like, it just feels like it's meant to be. So yeah.
your first older women experience was 18.
Oh, 18, yes, yeah.
When you like officially.
But I had crushes on teachers growing up.
And I feel like that's your first initial instinct is like, I started having crushes on teachers.
Right.
And I started like fantasizing over like
same.
older women and things. Or, I don't know, there's like some, not that all older women are dominant, but they still have some type of dominance to them.
Because of the experience.
Yeah.
I think the knowledge is really attractive to me. Like, it's really exquisite and sexy for me.
I love when women
yeah.
sound very sophisticated. I'm
yes.
like, ooh.
Oh, yes. You know who you are.
Tell me all the words I don't know.
Yes,
Teach me
tell
some new
them.
vocabulary.
Girl, show us the math equation. Okay? We don't know math. Okay. Yes, I agree. Did you have any older female celebrity crushes?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I still do.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I love Scarlett Johansson.
Oh, my God. Fire.
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 And I love Shania Twain. But no, she's
half of a flame to me.
Yeah. And I've always been attracted to her. Paula Abdul. Let me tell you. I feel like all Cameron Diaz.
Yeah, I can see your type now when you say those things. It's interesting.
And Jennifer Aniston.
Oh my God.
Hello.
Fire.
Who doesn't like her though?
Yes, girl. That's
to be honest.
Yes, let's be honest.
But they're all older, and I feel like they're all in that like. Obviously, some of them are older than others, but like Scarlett Johansson, I feel like is in her 30s.
I can see your type when you said Cameron Diaz. I can see.
Yeah.
That makes sense. Oh my God, me? Everyone who knows me personally knows I'm a huge Katy Perry fan. Or was growing up. Yeah, I was a huge diehard Katy Perry fan, and I was like, that's my dream girl. I'm gonna be with Katy Perry. Like, I was a huge fan, like, when I was little. I
still
did.
are.
Kind of.
Not as much.
Not as much. I've gotten older, but I still love her. I got her name tattooed on my foot. We're good forever. But I love Katy Perry, and then, like, Fergie. You know, she had that, like, hardish look to her, and then Gwen Stefani with the thick lipstick. I don't know, it was just one of those things where it was like just really attractive to me, but they were super feminine. Of course, Scarlett Johansson, Jennifer Aniston will always be bomb. Okay, she's fire. Okay. Who else? I know there's a few other people. Yeah, she's fire. And then I don't know, JoJo, the artist JoJo is really hot too. So yeah, there's a lot that I enjoy. And that's the thing, you know. I mean, it's just that it's the confidence that I think an older woman exudes. That is like. Gets me to my knees, girl. But yeah, I get weak. But yeah, I mean that's pretty much that for that.
I think what I would really like to talk about and touch base on is that a lot of people think that because we're younger, we are often like manipulated into these like relationships or like our relationship is twisted or anything.
Yeah, like there's something wrong with us.
But all the relationships I've been with older people, I'm not saying everybody has been perfect. Obviously, those relationships have ended, so there was something wrong, but not wrong as in, like, they manipulated me or there was a twisted thing going on. Like, I've never been, like, in this twisted relationship type thing.
Right.
And I just feel like it's frustrating when people constantly, like, tell you, like, oh, like, there's something going on that we don't know about, or, oh, like, they're just, like, using each other, or this, or that, or, especially, like, I already said, like, the mommy issue thing, like, I just wanted to address, like, you don't have to have mommy issues to be in a relationship with an older woman. Like, I have a perfectly good relationship with my mom.
Right, exactly.
And you do too.
Right, exactly.
So that right there tells you don't have to have mommy issues to want to be in a relationship with somebody that's older than you. And what's another frustrating thing is that, you know, if we were straight and we were with an older man, it'd be okay.
Oh yeah.
They'd be like, it's fine.
That's normal. That's healthy.
Older,
you know, there's
like,
no daddy
the older the man, the more mature he is.
Yeah, he's got money.
Like,
good. Yeah.
So hypocritical.
It really is, and it's also sexist in a way because it's like